Meve had come home, though by a circuitous route, through Edern's smoking embers, Angren's beast-infested quagmires, cross Mahakam's snow-capped ridges. But she had returned, cloaked in legend, a mighty army in tow. The moment was weighty, and not to be tainted even by Geralt of Rivia's disappearance, or dare we say desertion. The hero of the battle for the bridge was now a sought man. Yet Meve was determined to take back her realm, with or without the Witcher's aid. Valyrian's daring escapade behind enemy lines, and the triumphant victory at the battle for the bridge that crowned it, breathed new life into the North's war effort. Bands of resistance fighters now swarmed the conquered lands, while Cedwyn and Redania, on the verge of swearing fealty to the Emperor, suddenly broke off talks with the invader. The Nilfgaardian war machine suddenly screeched to a halt, and the tide of war turned. Facing a united North, the invader had to withdraw the bulk of its forces from Lyria and Rivia. The way was cleared for Meve to retake her lost lands, defeat General Epdahi, and depose Willem. Or perhaps mother and son would not have to fight after all.
Milady, I come at King Willem's bidding.
Prince Willems.
His Majesty proposes a meeting. No arms, no escorts.
His Majesty? Whelp's barely tall enough to reach his mother's bosom. For shame!
Silence. Let him say his piece.
His Majesty, Willem I, wishes to discuss the possibility of a truce.
He wishes to surrender. Is that his aim?
Your words, not mine, Your Grace.
I've a few more on the tip of my tongue. But save them I shall for later.
Willem I's chosen the site for the parley in...
Willem I will choose nought. If he wishes to speak, let him meet me midst the ruins of Devil's Tower.
Understood, Your Grace. I'll relay your terms.
Willem's emissary rode off, serenaded by hisses and jeers. Frightened by the clamor, his horse reared and kicked. The rider forced his mount to obey with cracks of his crop, striking many more times than was necessary.
The fool. Nag'll toss him off first chance it gets. Soon as he loosens the reins.
No great loss, I wager. But tell me, your thoughts on this reunion?
Sounds a ruse to me. But I know that won't stop you.
Whence this certainty?
Come now, Meve. At the end of it all, he's your son. You still care about him, it's obvious.
Yes, I care dearly, Gascon. I care to capture him and try him for treason.
Meve, the boy was manipulated.
It took no great push. Let's go. They await us.
Meve rode out clad in golden plate, her banners waving proudly overhead. She no longer led a band of ragtag partisans, but an army able to fend off an empire and drive its soldiers from her lands.
Ma'am, I've something you must see without undue delay.
You need my help with anything? Anything at all, I've ideas aplenty.
Long you've travelled, Barnabas. The wonders you must have seen. Likely visited many exotic lands before you reached Mahakam.
Oh, Corvia, yes. Matina, yes. Nazir, doubly. Zericania, gods, yes. And Korath, even. I mean, such beauty there, though hot. Oh, dreadfully so. Horrible place to grow turnips, if you've ever a mind to try. Novigrad. Lived there a spell as well, but I didn't much care for it.
Why ever not?
The hierarch, intractable man, banned one of my inventions, condemned it as unholy, vile, etc., etc. Decided he would burn both of us at the stake. As you can imagine, we had a difference of opinion in that regard.
Perhaps I shall regret this, but do tell. What was the thing you created exactly?
Aha! I knew you'd be interested. You've a curious mind, dear Queen. We're 2 peas of a feather. Quite the clever contraption it was. Made for a widow, wealthy, but aching with longing. In her husband's absence, tormented by unfulfilled needs.
Stop right there. I knew I'd regret asking.
And see, it had this special crank that when rotated...
Barnabas, no, enough.
As you command, Your Majesty. But if you ever get the urge to see it, I've the prototype still tucked away in my trunk.
Noted. But by the gods, please, let's change the subject. Time I attended to other matters.
Ah, yes, you're still here. Off you go, then.
Never thought I'd see the day. The Queen's returned. Know this, Your Grace. Blackclads have shut themselves up in our cities. They give no hint of surrender, show no sign of giving ground. My. What'll become of Prince Willem now? We've gathered donations to support the war effort, helping best we can to beat those black-clad devils. Know this, Your Grace. Blackclads have shut themselves up in our cities. They give no hint of surrender, show no sign of giving ground.
Rivia. And here I feared I would see it no more.
I believed you would. I believed you could succeed. Be victorious, Your Grace.
We've not arrived just yet, Reynard. Look, black flags still flutter over the cities. We've yet much work before us. More battles to fight. More blood to spill.
I smell a leak.
Yeah! Yeah!
Can't take it anymore.
No, God!
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
We'll catch 'em all! Then retreat!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Hundred and 1, 102, 103.
Es la Zweifel!
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Elherzer.
Ice! In! Tray!
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Off to the front yet again.
It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful.
Oh, could murder a pint.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Niamh needed but set one foot into the RueWode to know something was amiss. The sickening stench of rot hung in the air. Flies swarmed in thick clouds, and crows cawed in a deafening cacophony. What had caused this murder to amass? Well, Niamh's scouts soon found out,
Your Majesty,
reported a certain Sergeant Nadamur.
not far from here, past the bend, there's a cutting and it's full of bodies. Our boys and the Blackclads alike. Bodies mutilated, horribly so, guts ripped open, entrails strewn about, heads left. Somewhere, well,
Yes?
branches embrace him, grip him tight, as if the trees, they strangled him.
Hearing this, the Queen ordered a halt to their march. They would go no further, she thought, till they knew what had killed those men. Luckily, witnesses were soon found. A haggard band of resin burners emerged from a nearby dugout, black with dirt, covered in dried blood.
My lady,
Their eldest stammered.
Blackins came and started felling the wood. Forced folk to chop away, to make way for a town, they said. They pushed hard, right to the heart of the forest where the old oaks grow, and awoke some foulness, the whole camp, blackclads and loggers alike, done in one night. No time even to draw their weapons. We was lucky, found pits to hide in, just heard of something huffed and puffed, while talking to the trees, no less.
Reynard ordered medics to tend to the tar makers, then turned to Niamh.
We cannot wash our hands of this, Your Grace. The Nilfgaardians awoke the monster, yes, but it kills Rivians just as readily.
Niamh stood at the edge of the clearing and pricked her ears. The RueWode echoed with the cawing of crows, which seemed to perch on its every twig. She also heard the howling of wolves, and a hollow rattling, as if branches whipped in the wind, though the day was fair and still.
That Geralt. He just had to desert me.
The Queen removed her cloak to avoid snags and trundled toward the heart of the wood. Her soldiers followed, clutching cocked crossbows to sweaty cheeks.
Thank ye, Your Majesty. You'll protect us from the Blackclads and monstrosities. Them Blackclads don't understand the forest, don't understand nature. They rape it, try to take too much, too fast. We told them, unwise to venture so deep in the wood. Thank ye, Your Majesty. You'll protect us from the Blackclads and monstrosities.
take it anymore.
I smell a leak.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away. Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Blood washes away all shame!
Thing about slings, they hide well.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Hey! Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth? Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Company! Forward march! Deep in the wood, it grew cool, with a thin fog filling the air. Neve pushed past a large branch of hazel and froze. Before her stood a tall figure, nearly human in form, save the moss-covered deer skull in place of its head. Empty eye sockets burning with naked flame, the monstrosity hurled itself at Meve with a roar.
Rally to me!
Cried Meve, raising her shield.
Everyone! Anyone, to me! Be wary. We know not what this thing can do.
Oh, bother. What have we got ourselves into this time?
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
fascinating specimen. I must study it once we're finished.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Catch!
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Can't take it anymore.
Death is only the beginning!
Hey?
Don't you worry yourself, Your Grace. We'll get her done in no time.
Believe it's dead, whatever that means for such a thing.
Attacked from all sides, the monster teetered and swayed, fighting off their blows with ever greater difficulty. Finally, it fell to the ground and fell apart, like an undone bundle of twigs. In disbelief, Meve towed the pile of dried branches and scraps of bark. She saw no blood, no entrails, as if no monster had ever stood there. As if it had all been a dream.
We return to the road,
Meve said, crushing the beast's deer-like skull under her heel.
And Reynard, I've a request.
Yes, Your Grace?
Once we regain the realm and return to the capital, Remind me to issue an edict. No one is to enter these woods. Not to log, nor even to gather brush. Just in case.
Those dwelling near the RueWode heaved a sigh of relief, and the Lyrians returned to fighting an invader who, after what they'd faced in those woods, no longer seemed so frightening.
Thank ye, your majesty. You'll protect us from the blackclads and...
A robust rain hither comes.